interpret this. And sooner or later, the gray areas in some of that laws are going to start, thanks to Maria's, going to start tightening up a little bit.
Right.
That, we all know there's so much gray area in those laws in there that, you know, it's hard to interpret.
My opinion is if you cheat, you don't take the test again.
Once a cheat, always a cheat.
Period.
Yeah, that's what I say.
That's my, I mean,
That's what I say.
you know, and don't be calling me and saying anything back to me because you cheated.
Okay. Next.
Do you all want to move on?
Yep. Yep.
The journeyman's issue was some of, it probably should have been just blended into the next one under new business with questions of the board. We had, I sent y'all a package of stuff.
Right.
And I've, in the last couple of months, I've been kind of hit with a number of questions about issues that people have asked that the board interpret. And my answer, and I've explained this to them that have asked me this, and I'm going to continue to explain it this way, is pretty much what I just said. We investigate each complaint or issue on its own merits.
Right.
And if there's a particular complaint about something, then we will address it in front of this board. And I do not speak for the board. If there is a particular, if someone, either in the investigative side of the plate or the public, has an issue with, if they think an investigator is doing something wrong, or there's an issue about what an investigator, an agency, or a journeyman or apprentice can or cannot do, if they want to make that a valid complaint, we will bring that in front of this board to be reviewed. The board as a whole will come up with what they think is the answer. And that's how we've always done it. And I see there's at least 12 questions that I've brought in front of y'all that y'all seen.
Right.
And I don't, some of these are just going to be, we've never really answered any of these, to be honest with you. I'm not sure that...
There's too many variables to go into, and it needs to be specifically pertaining to a particular complaint, because it's not going to be, we're not going to set policy based on hypothetical questions and stuff like that.
If it's a case of the law, then we can have our attorney interpret that. But when you ask questions that really center around how to run an agency, what should I do to run my agency, which is what I see these questions as, that's their business.
And some of the questions to me seem really obvious. Some of them seem kind of off the wall, like, why are we even thinking about this? So, I mean, it's instead of just playing a guessing game, we just need to base it on specific complaints.
And that's pretty much, I had explained that to the people that have asked me that it is a board's responsibility to make a decision about a particular complaint.
Right.
And if someone feels like there is someone who is violating a rule or regulation or the law, then it's our obligation to put it in front of this board. We have to make a decision about it.
Definitely.
But it's too hard for me to hypothetically answer a question that, like John said, it could have 100 different variables. When somebody tells me something, by the time I look into it, it goes from here to way over here. And like they always say, the truth lies somewhere in the middle. And that's we get a complaint that some PI has done something absolutely. By the time you finish what you think the next mass murder in the country, and you look into it a little bit, and the guy didn't even work here, and he PI, and he never did any PI. I mean, it depends on the circumstances, and we have to look at each one of those on its own. So I think if there's no problem, I think we will continue to do it the way we've always done it. If somebody has a particular complaint about something, and they're questioning a procedure or how something is being done, then I think we will investigate it, and if it needs to, we're going to go to the board.
It is what it is, and we do it as we have done so in the past.
That's all.